Welcome to Reporter 247 channel. At the upcoming summit in Vilnius, Ukraine will not receive a specific timeline for joining NATO but may be offered an expedited path to membership when an offer is made. This proposal, reflecting a growing consensus among key partners in the Western Defense Alliance, may come as a disappointment to President Volodymyr Zelensky. NATO members, although not part of the formal NATO structures, are also expected to provide post-conflict security guarantees to Ukraine. These guarantees will likely take the form of broad commitments to protect Ukraine from Russian aggression. Additionally, NATO countries are expected to continue providing ammunition and assistance to help the Ukrainian armed forces align with NATO standards. However, these commitments are likely to be high-level and general in nature, rather than specific offers of weaponry. The countries involved in the negotiations acknowledge that it is normal for NATO members to have disagreements leading up to a summit. However, they hope that the potential commitment to waive the conditions outlined in a membership application plan (MAP) for Ukraine and instead offer near-automatic membership upon receiving an invitation will be seen as an improvement compared to previous offers. Finland and Sweden were offered NATO membership without having to complete a MAP. It is also likely that NATO will elevate its current political relationship with Ukraine by upgrading the NATO-Ukraine Commission to a NATO-Ukraine Council. This upgrade would grant Ukraine a higher status in joint meetings. While some acknowledge that this upgrade may not hold much significance for the average Ukrainian soldier on the front lines, they argue that it does have real value. The Italian foreign minister mentioned the offer of a NATO-Ukraine Council during talks with the U.S. Secretary of State, Antony Blinken. All parties involved have recognized that Ukraine cannot become a NATO member while in the midst of a conflict. However, Kyiv, supported by Baltic states and Poland, would like to have a specific date or timeline for joining once the conflict ends. A commitment to membership in Vilnius has been proposed. The absence of a specific date or clear conditions for automatic NATO membership may lead to Ukrainian accusations that NATO is merely reiterating the promise made at the NATO Bucharest summit in April 2008, when it was stated that Ukraine and Georgia would become NATO members. Western countries acknowledge that Ukraine's frustration is understandable but argue that the wording, coupled with the security commitments, represents an improvement. Maintaining NATO unity during this critical time is seen as crucial, as an acrimonious summit where different sides disagree over Ukraine's NATO status would only benefit Vladimir Putin. Full NATO membership provides the protection of NATO's Article 5 commitment to collective self-defense. Furthermore, an attempt is expected to be made at the summit to require all NATO members to allocate at least 2% of their GDP to defense spending. Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next videos. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with the latest news. Goodbye.